Well, the Trump administration says that it is changing the enforcement of the FACE Act, which led to the incarceration of many pro-lifers under the Biden administration. The Department of Justice now says that prosecutors should only enforce the act in, quote, extraordinary circumstances. President Trump recently pardoned nearly 24 pro-lifers who were convicted for blocking abortion clinics. He adds that they should have never been prosecuted in the first place. And reaction is pouring in after President Trump's pardon of the pro-lifers. A couple of the people pardoned even made it to Friday's March for Life right here in Washington, D.C., including Joan Bell, a 76-year-old grandmother who was sentenced to more than 2 years in prison for violating the FACE Act. EWTN's Mark Irons caught up with Joan and her husband at the pro-life rally on Friday.
This is pretty amazing. Just how are you feeling right now, both of you?
Oh, it's incredibly exciting. Very grateful to President Trump for fulfilling his word and doing it so efficiently, which government usually is. He signed the orders in the afternoon, and by 1 a.m. I picked up Joan from the jail. It's very exciting and wonderful.
How are you feeling, Joan?
Oh, wonderful. Being here, being released on the day of the March for Life, only God could arrange that. Only God could arrange that. And so we came, and it's been a glorious day, seeing old, wonderful friends, people who have been fighting for the babies for years, loving God. And the jail experience was beautiful, too, because so many girls started praying the rosary. We had the bilingual rosary. We had a Mexican girl who was making bread rosaries with toothpaste and bread and hardening them and wiring them together with
So even that time in prison, that was worth it. You were.
Oh yeah, praying and everybody's hurting. So, but they love God, but they're lost. Many of them are lost, but they want to pray. They want to pray. It's wonderful. It was a retreat. It was difficult at times, but it was a retreat. It was beautiful.
And Mark, it's part of reparation, and this is a great sin. And Jesus said, only by prayer and fasting can we excise great sin. And we can't. It's incalculable what abortion, what contraception, what IVF has done to this nation, to this world. So how much more prayer, how much more reparation can we do? It's God can multiply it tremendously, but think of slavery. And Lincoln so eloquently said, for every lash of the slave, it was paid for in blood on the battlefield. And how do we measure that with abortion? The lives, the millions and millions of lives.
And it's really impressive that you've this whole time been focused on those preborn babies, throughout this whole process. What is it like for the two of you, though, to be reunited?
It's wonderful.
It's a little hard to describe.
Yeah,
and it's a great gift because we didn't know when or how, and the pardon, we never banked on it, and we did expect, God. It's in God's time and God's will. So it's an extra gift. It's a gift we don't deserve.
I know.
We don't deserve.
I know. It's overwhelmingly beautiful.
To be reunited with your husband.
Yes, and my children, I miss them so much. So it's just wonderful.
What's next for both of you? I mean, you've been on quite a journey. You're continuing your pro-life, initiatives. What's next?
Well, so Good Counsel Homes. We run 4 homes for mothers and babies in New York and New Jersey. That continues, and we take in any pregnant woman in need. And if you go to goodcounselhomes.org, you can find 250 maternity homes across the country. We have a national helpline, and we have a post-abortion healing program for men, women, siblings. We just always want to do more of that, and we have to get the word out because our nation needs so much healing. And Joan has been inspired to try to start a community of pro-lifers, men and women who want to dedicate their life to sacrificial and direct care for those in need, for women in need, and for those who are hurting. And I think it is what God's calling all of us to do, some form of healing for the nation. And I don't know what all that will entail, but we've got to continue, and we have to do more.